little confirmation for us today. Okay, yeah. So the records are confirming that we are going to be chatting today about sales and selling as a spiritual business owner to be able to feel safe to sell and start selling. So there are so many spiritual business owners out there who are highly gifted, who have something to share, who have a way to impact people, a method that could change people's lives, but they're not sharing. You're not selling. You're not showing up on your stories every day promoting your product. You're not going live. You're not sending emails. You're not posting about your offer. And a lot of spiritual business owners don't go to sell because they feel guilty. They feel bad for asking for money for their spiritual services or programs, or they don't know how to sell properly without feeling salesy or cringe or giving themselves the ick. Now, when it comes down to selling, the biggest reframe that you can have as a spiritual business owner is understanding. If you're not selling, you are being a disservice to humanity. I know that you are literally running a spiritual business because you want to serve humanity. You literally want to impact humanity, support the ascension process, support evolutionary growth. But the thing is, if you're not selling, how are you going to help the people? How are people going to get in your program if you're not selling it and showing up every single day on Instagram stories and on your reels and on your lives and to your email list and to your YouTube, whatever platforms you're using to sell? How are you going to impact people if you're not selling? How are they joining the programs? How are you booking the one-on-ones? So the most important thing that you need to do and learn is to get comfortable with sales. Get comfortable with selling. Let yourself feel safe to start selling. When you don't sell, you're not letting people join your programs. The thing is, right now, there are so many people who are just itching to get into programs, itching to get into spiritual services, wanting to get certifications on different programs to be able to then start their own business. We're only going to see this grow between now and April. And I don't want to go too much into the spiritual industry right now in terms of what the outlook is and the forecast for the next couple of months. But what I will say is you need to start now. You don't want to be starting to sell in April when other spiritual business owners now have a major advantage over you because they started to sell in January before the massive awakening that's about to occur in March and is already starting now. You need to get ahead of the market. You need to get ahead of what's about to happen and start to sell your offer. Do you have a web page? Do you have a link in bio? Do you have a way for people to fill out an application or book a call with you directly from that link? Do you have a strategy? Are you posting consistently? What are you selling? These are all questions that you should be evaluating and applying every single day. Every single day, I highly recommend for you to spend at least 30 minutes selling. That's not a lot. That's 30 minutes of your day. You spend that scrolling on Reels. Let's just be real. You spend 30 minutes scrolling on your phone. So how can you take that 30 minutes that you're scrolling and spend 30 minutes selling? That is creating content instead of consuming content. You don't want to just sit there and make any random reel, by the way. You want to have a little bit of a strategy behind it. You want to be creating consciously. We do chat more about conscious content creation in Spiritual Business Academy. That's actually my favorite module that I've ever taught in any program because it teaches you how to create a content ceremony and be able to create content from a spiritual perspective and channel your content as opposed to just, creating content with some random trending audio, some random text. You actually create it in a ceremony in a spiritual way. So when it comes down to it, feeling safe to sell is the most important thing that you could do. Starting to sell is required in order to sell. You should be motivated at this point by making money in your business. You should be motivated by knowing that if you're selling, somebody's getting an impact from your program. If you feel guilty for selling, there's a part of you that doesn't believe that what you're selling is really helpful because you feel like you're taking money and not giving anything in return. The more confident you feel with what you're selling, which is why you need to make sure that what you're offering is something like your destined offer. And if you do want to understand what your destined offer is, so what your soul's offer is, what you're destined to be serving, what God would have you serve, we do offer your destined offer sessions, which are major, it's about 3 sessions together where we go into your Akashic records to actually detail what is that destined offer, pricing, marketing strategy, branding, etc. Please feel free to reach out to me about that service. When you know what you're selling is going to sell, you feel a lot more confident doing it. You're able to sell, what you are meant to. And when it comes down to it, everything I've ever sold in my business, it's always been what God has asked me to. I've never created an offer that just I decided to make or I wanted to make because I think that it will help. It's always been messages that God or the Akashic Records have guided me to create. I've been creating my offers like that since 2019, like end of 2019. I've always created offers based on the higher truth, and they've always sold. And I was able to see so much business success when somebody probably shouldn't have seen business success just without so much experience at all, because what I was selling was actually what my soulmate clients needed to purchase and what they were waiting on the fence for somebody to just be brave enough and courageous enough to create a course about and start to sell. Especially when my business first saw a big boom in 2020 when I did cosmic Akashic Records reading. So reading about your galactic origins, your starseed type, your mission, your karma, your gifts, your star family, all of those things, which I still do those readings if you are curious to grab one. That was something that people weren't really doing back then. That was something that was bold, that was courageous, that was standing out, that was people wanted that type of offer, that was people needed that type of multidimensional support during that time to go through their spiritual journey, to find somebody. People would look at me back when I was a major big starseed teacher and coach, which was what I used to be known for, wildly, in the top kind of 3 people in the industry of this girl talks about this and is bold and courageous and confident. I want to book with her because I've been needing this, but I don't see people showing up and speaking about it. Just like how you might be watching this video right now and you're probably like, wait, I don't think that I've heard many spiritual business owners hop on here and talk about sales and selling. Like, really, when do you hear spiritual business owners hop on an Instagram live and tell you to be confident with sales and teach you how to get over the sales guilt that you feel as a spiritual entrepreneur? It's rare. You don't see it. You see sales conversations from business coaches. You see sales conversations from people who are actually in remote sales. But you don't see this conversation spoken from somebody who has a very successful spiritual brand. And so it lets you know that these conversations are ready to be had. It lets you know that I'm a safe space to be able to support you in overcoming those blocks that you have. Because you're a spiritual business owner and you deserve to be paid well. You're a spiritual business owner, you deserve to sell. You're a spiritual business owner and you can't be successful without selling. You have to sell your offer. So you have to neutralize the emotions around sales and selling as a spiritual business owner to be able to have the success and be able to actually impact humanity. I wouldn't be able to impact as many people as I do if I didn't sell. Right? I wouldn't be able to run a business. I'd have to go out and work a 9-to-5 job, and I wouldn't have the energy to come on here on social media and chat about these topics. Wouldn't have time to build out courses. I wouldn't have time to take 3 mentorship clients and do all these one-on-ones and hop on lives for breakthrough sessions, go on Zoom with you and help you clear your subconscious beliefs, do an Akashic Records reading and get clarity on your soul's purpose and your business and your financial reality. Wouldn't have the time to do that if I didn't sell. Wouldn't be able to impact and support if I didn't sell. Running a business and feeling safe to be running a business where you make sales and you make money and you feel like you can adjust and neutralize the guilt that you have around sales and selling is what you have to do to be successful as a spiritual business owner. You have to create a distinction and a little separation between you and the number that you're offering. You can't feel guilty and continue to think that you'll sell. You have to feel safe to sell. You have to be able to, hop on a sales call or send over a website with that price tag and be neutral about it. You have to be in conviction. My 5-month business mentorship is $25,000. I don't flinch when I say that number. I know the worth of my services. I know the value of what I offer. Hopping on a one-on-one breakthrough Zoom call with me is $1,500. Even that, the neutrality behind the numbers for me, it's a number. It is a currency exchange for the energy that I'm giving. And honestly, that price for the Zooms are very low compared to what you're receiving in the call with 90 minutes of Akashic Records and quantum healing. I've had people have $100,000 launches from one of those calls. And so when you're really thinking about sales and selling, you need to understand, how much do you need to get paid to show up fully? And I mean fully. Because as a spiritual business owner, you're doing energy work. You require more energy. You're not showing up like a therapist. You don't just need energy to talk to somebody and use your brain and use your mind. If you're a spiritual business owner, you're doing energy healing. You're channeling. So you need to have high prices because you have to be able to receive that energy back. right? You need to be able to nourish yourself with the right foods. You need to be able to live in the right environments. You need to be able to have the correct, hydration. You need to have the higher quality clothing. You need to hold a higher vibration to do the work. So you need to be paid well for your services as a spiritual business owner. And you need to start selling with conviction. Because what's going to happen, a lot of spiritual business owners this month and in February, they're going to go all in on business. They're going to go all in sales. You'll see that in my business too. A lot. And so what you're going to need to do is start now. Don't be the person that in April you see the boom. Because what happened in 2020 when my spiritual business boomed because of COVID, that's about to happen again this April. About to happen again. I'm not going to go into details about the spiritual market shift because that's a whole YouTube video. And we'll talk more about it in Spiritual Business Academy because I want to prepare everybody properly. But there's going to be a big boom again. So you're going to need to have the systems put in place. You're going to need to be able to hop on here and say, yes, this is the cost of private mentorship with me. I just decided to open a couple of spaces in my personal business for a 4-week mentorship. Instead of 3 and 5 months, I wanted to open up just 3 spots for 4-week mentorship. And, stepping up and explaining the price tag either on a live or on a PDF document or on the website or in your emails. For those spaces, the first one's $3,500 and then after that it's $4,000. Of course it is. The work that you get, the energy that I bring to the Zoom calls is next level. It upgrades you. It makes you make sales in your business. I have a mentorship client right now. I got a random download for her to offer a sale, and she's selling out her sale and then decided to open up more spots and continue to sell out, and now has a whole bunch of new clients that she's about to serve. Having an Akashic Records reader as your mentor in business, best choice you can make, best investment. You have a direct connection now to God, Creator, Source, Spirit through your business. You've got God in your business now. You have spiritual guidance in your business now. And so you are the most successful business owner because you are not doing it alone, you're doing it with God. Akashic Records in business, by the way, that's the way to go. It's how you have success in business. It's how I have success in business. How you can build, a 7-figure brand as a spiritual business owner. You can't do it with the mind and the logic. You got to do it with God. You got to do it with the records. You got to have this higher spiritual guidance, because the more you can bring spiritual guidance into your business, the more that you can just listen and choose. Spiritual Business Academy, for example. I can't go a day without God telling me this is what you need to be offering, this is what you need to be offering, this is what you need to be offering. Vaccination reversal sessions, this is the main service you need to offer, this is the main service. I get my spiritual guidance and I sell based on that guidance, because I'm not going to just try to figure out what I think will sell. I'm going to do what the spiritual guidance, what God, Creator, Source already knows, knowing who's going to show up, who's going to see my account, who needs the support. I'm going to tailor it to what God knows the industry is going to go to. I'm going to start selling programs that God knows and the records knows people need. I don't want to use my mind for that. I don't want to use my ego for that. I don't want to try to figure it out when there's a better way to figure it out. When I can just use the Akashic Records to figure out, what do I sell, how do I sell it, where do I sell it on social media, how often do I post, is it better for me to do Reels or IG videos to sell, should I show up on email, do I create a podcast, all of those questions in the Akashic Records. All of them. And then you can just run your business on the highest blueprint. You don't have to spend years trying to figure it out. You can just go from nothing to successful pretty much overnight because you have your business blueprint with you. And that's what we cover, in business blueprint sessions. We go through your whole business plan in the Akashic Records, step by step, what the highest possible potentiality for your company is. Full business plan is written through the records for those sessions. So business blueprint sessions. You can also hire me for breakthrough sessions for your business, where we have half Akashic Records and half quantum healing, where we can answer any questions you have about your business, get you clarity. I've had people come to me having offer ideas and being like, is this what I should sell? And then the records is going to confirm that or tailor that to what your business needs are, to be able to give you the clarity moving forward, so everything in your business is in alignment with higher guidance and higher will. In the next 5 years in business, the people whose business is connected to spiritual guidance, the people whose business is operating based on God, Creator, Source, and what you're meant to have in your business, that's what's going to sell. When people feel the soul of your business, that's going to sell. It's going to be different. And so you need to have that in your business for success in the coming years. If you really want to have a successful business, you need to start to bring in these higher guidance messages. So I do offer breakthrough sessions to give you clarity on that, as well as the quantum healing. If you're a spiritual business owner, how are you going to, 555 on the clock, by the way, how are you going to start to sell and feel confident sharing your spiritual gifts and ask to be paid for your services if you have like 100 contracts that you created back in Avalonian time periods in Merlin's cave that says you can't sell? You have to do the clearing. How are you going to show up on social media and share your spiritual gifts if you were persecuted for being a witch in a past life and you haven't healed those blocks yet? Those things do need to be lifted. That's how you experience rapid business results, by the way, is doing the quantum healing, which I'm massively trained in for the last 5 years and offer them in my business breakthrough sessions. So I am the person that's going to help you have effortless, rapid business growth on a spiritual level and a physical level. We do the spiritual healing work through quantum healing and then give you the grounded information through the Akashic records. It is like a pot of gold. It is like a pot of gold to be able to work together in terms of building your spiritual business. So I'm super grateful to have breakthrough sessions available, business blueprint sessions available, as well as mentorship, which is normally 3 months and normally 5 months, which I do have available. But I've also decided to open up a couple of spots for 4-week business breakthrough mentorship, where we're just working together for 4 weeks and you have the opportunity to have 4 full breakthrough sessions to be able to go through this major journey together and actually make big quantum leaps in your life. So if you'd like to inquire about any of those offers, please message me. I also do create custom packages. So if you're like, I really want Spiritual Business Academy, I really want your business bundle, but I also want like a couple of one-on-one sessions, maybe some like Telegram mentorship support. Can you create a custom bundle to my business needs? Of course. I'll have you fill out a form so I know what you need. I'll go in your Akashic records and I'll create a custom business package directly for you, directly what you need to receive. Instead of having to just sign up for a package of different coaching sessions, not knowing, is this going to support me? I can figure out, okay, how much quantum healing do you need? Do you need Akashic records? Do you need any of these courses? We can create a custom bundle to be able to support you. So that's available via sending me a direct message. By the way, if you're inquiring about anything, just send me your email with the message, because I prefer to bring it to email so that we can have a little bit more professional conversation just outside of the context of Instagram. I prefer to speak to people and actually explain my offers via email instead of just on social media, just to keep it a little bit more official between you and I and not on social media. And of course, Spiritual Business Academy, that is one of my favorite programs. I actually just started creating a new module today called Spiritual Growth Leads to Business Growth. And we chat a little bit about what we talked in the beginning of this module about how your spiritual growth is going to directly correlate to you having major business growth. So doing the inner work, feeling safe to be seen, feeling safe to sell, working on, you feel like you're maybe capped at 5K months or capped at 10K months in your business. Why can't you break through that? Why do you not feel safe to make more money? Why don't you feel safe to sell or charge higher prices? You do this type of inner work on things like maybe you're making 5K months. Why are you only letting yourself make $5,000? What is that block to breaking through that? So doing the inner work is so important for you to have bigger business growth. So I just started making that module on Spiritual Growth Leads to Business Growth in Spiritual Business Academy. So if you do want to grab Spiritual Business Academy, we're probably in like the last 2 weeks that I'm keeping SBA at only 1111. There are payment plans for it as well, so you can grab Spiritual Business Academy for 3 payments of 444. This program is a $3,000 to $5,000 course. I was guided for January to lower the price down. I'm going to keep it at that price point for about 2 more weeks, and then I'm going to have to lift it because, oh my goodness, the content that is going into this program, the amount that we're filling out this program right now is so quick. We have over 30 students already enrolled in Spiritual Business Academy. We have so much content in there as well. So it is a great place to be for a self-paced business course. I do recommend, if you are in a place to invest more in your business growth, you're going to want to grab Spiritual Business Academy and work with me one-on-one. So you can contact to see what packages are like are like for that, as well as if you're somebody that wants to get certified, in Akashic Records and quantum healing, you can blend those with Spiritual Business Academy as well and grab a package of SBA plus Akashic Records and or quantum healing together as well to really enhance your business and be successful in 2025. Because let's be real, the spiritual industry is going to be booming in 2025 and you want to be ahead of the game. So it's time to start now. The last thing that I want to mention is my Your Destined offer, where we're able to create your destined offer via the Akashic Records to actually figure out what are you soul destined to sell? Like, what is the thing that you are meant to sell to your audience? What is the thing that if God Creator Source was just in your business, what would you sell? What's the thing that's going to sell 100%? The amount of times, every single offer, every offer that I've created has come from a higher guidance and it has always sold. I've of course had a lot of success in business, running my business through God. And so that Your Destined offer is a couple of sessions. It is a package, so reach out for that. We also can build out your product offer suite. I do have a full product offer suite. It's basically like Your Destined offer, but it's Your Destined product suite. So we build out the full thing. So this is your full business model. So this is like your entry prices, your freebies, your mid-tier things, and your large. So this is a massive thing. We're working together for a couple of weeks. It's about 4 to 6 weeks to actually build that out together. So it is a larger experience, obviously a much larger investment than just Your Destined offer, where we're just creating one offer. So feel free to reach out to me for anything I just mentioned. Try to give me a couple keywords that you want to know about Your Destined offer, business blueprint. I can also just send you the menu of everything that I have that I offer in business, as I've been working on creating a menu in January to explain everything. So let me just hop right into the Akashic Records to see if there's anything else that wants to come through today on this topic. The last thing I guess that wants to come through is if you like YouTube. I've been guided to post a bit more on YouTube recently. I'm actually going to recreate my channel, so I'm going to be changing it really soon and just kind of extracting the videos. But if you're like, I want to hop on the YouTube tonight, right now, you can find me on YouTube. I used to have a bigger YouTube channel years ago. I actually had been posting on YouTube since early 2019. I think May 2019, and a couple years ago I got locked out of my YouTube channel. It devastated me, it broke my heart, and I never started again, because once you build something big and then you're locked out, it's like but I did kind of post every now and then on a new YouTube channel. You'll have to search up Spiritual Alchemy 444 to find it. I am going to be making a whole new YouTube in a couple of days. This one is just going to be there. But if you're wanting to tap in and just see what's there right now before I start a full new official one, I'll be posting at least once a week on this. But there's a couple messages there I have. Last video I just posted was actually today. It was Akashic Records channel message for spiritual business owners. I have a 21-minute video there about selling as a spiritual business owner. So there's a couple of really key incredible videos on YouTube right now. Once again, that YouTube channel is called Spiritual Alchemy 444. It's going to change soon, but you can consider this like the drafts of my YouTube, and just have fun going through that little vault there. And then feel free to contact me about any of the services, Akashic Records, about breakthrough sessions, business blueprints, Spiritual Business Academy, Your Destined offer, Your Destined product suite. I also do on the side create websites and create content for different spiritual business owners. So if you are curious about that, please feel free to reach out to me. And other than that, I'm sending you so much love, and thank you for I want to see in the records again. I feel like there's one more thing that wants to come through. Okay, the last thing that wants to come through is just to share just a little bit more about Your Destined offer. So what happens in Your Destined offer is we are channeling your Akashic Records to actually channel what is your destined offer. What is the offer that you are destined to put out? What's the offer that your Akashic Records already knows is going to sell? What this does is, instead of just trying to create an offer from your mind or what you think your audience wants or what you think your target audience needs, you're actually not just creating what you think that they want, but what they do need and what the Akashic Records already knows is going to sell. So for example, when I got the download to create Spiritual Business Academy, that already knew, the Akashic Records already knew that's what people need, that's what people are going to buy, and it's going to sell. There's already 30 people in Spiritual Business Academy. And so when you're actually offering something that you're destined to, that's in your soul contract to lead, then you're going to have the most amount of success, and you're also going to have more confidence selling. You're not going to feel scared to sell. You're going to feel so safe to sell, knowing that you're spiritually backed with this, and that you know that the soulmate clients are going to flow in just with a little bit of strategy. So we go into strategy, we go into content, we go into branding, we go into marketing, and we go into pricing when it comes to your destined offer. So if you want to learn more about your destined offer, send me a direct message. We end up doing about 3 sessions together to actually build it out. And I have a full PDF that explains the service, what's included, how it works, if it's for you, etc. Just send me a message that says you want to learn more about your destined offer, and we're able to get the information over to you. I only have 3 spots left for February for your destined offer. I had opened, I think, 6 or 7 to begin with, and they're mostly sold out now. So if you are wanting to create your destined offer, I wouldn't wait. If I was you, I would want to create my offer in February, so then in March I can start selling, so that for the spiritual business boom in April, your program's already created and you can just sell. So I would get in on this now. I wouldn't wait too long. So message me for that or any other opportunities that I have mentioned here. I'm sending you so much love. And ooh, I just got a download. We're going to flow with this. This is going to be wild. If you want Spiritual Business Academy, for whatever reason, I just got a really crazy download to offer it to you for 24 hours. I'm not going to be promoting this or marketing this too much, but trusting the message since we're in the records. We're going to offer it for 24 hours for only $777 paid in full. This is wild. This program is normally over $3,000. It's being sold for $1,111 right now, but I'm going to offer it to you for $777. There won't be a payment plan available for that because it's already at an incredible discount. But what we're going to do is 24 hours from now. So look at the time on your clock right now. 24 hours from now, this opportunity expires and it is gone. You're also going to be able to add on a half Akashic Records reading for a special discount as well, or get a discount on adding on a breakthrough session. So if you want to grab that, there's not going to be like a promotion code or link or anything. You'll just need to send me a direct message being like, oh my God, I watched your live, like Spiritual Business Academy for $777. I need it right now. Send me the link. I'll send you over the specific payment link and we'll get you onboarded. So once again, look at the time on the clock right now. 24 hours from now, set a reminder in your phone, make sure that you get into SBA. If you want to learn more about the actual program itself, there's a link in my bio. You might have to scroll a little bit. My link in bio is currently under maintenance, as we haven't updated in a while, or you can just send me a message being like, hey, I'd love to learn more about SBA. I'll send you over the link. If you need to hop on a quick audio call to see if the program's for you, feel free to let me know that and we can hop on a call as well. So I'm sending you so much love, and I do also offer Akashic Records readings. I also have my full readings on for a promo right now. These are not focused on business. They can be for a special price. I do have 50% off though on my full readings. So my full readings, 12 questions, normally $888, currently $444. You can ask up to 3 business questions on those. The business ones are normally $1,111, and those are half off as well. So you can get that for $555. Those are pre-recorded and you can ask just questions. There's no healing, but they're super supportive for getting major, massive clarity in your company. So if you have any questions, send me a message and I'm super excited